this word environment is a wrong word. I think we start with there. We call it the environment, but this earth is recycling as your body. Yeah. Those rivers are recycling as your circulation. The air is your breath. The trees are your lungs. So the last extinction, mass extinction, was 65 million years ago when a meteorite fell on planet Earth and dinosaurs were wiped out. From your point of view and my point of view, that was a fortunate thing. We wouldn't be here if that hadn't happened. A new species evolved. So one way of thinking about this is that the human experiment was a good idea, but it failed. Drones, nuclear warfare, biological warfare, eco-destruction, extinction of species, and now the most dangerous thing is climate change because it's connected to everything. The other scenario is possible, and that is there's a deep emotional and spiritual shift first. Because when you look at that tree, you look at this sky, one way of saying is that's a tree. Another way of looking at that is that's my lungs. If that didn't breathe, I wouldn't breathe. The biggest problem we are facing is lack of awareness. That's it. And the biggest problem we are facing with that lack of awareness is a collective conversation in media, in social networks, in the global ecosystem, in politics, in business, in educational institutions, even in entertainment, which reinforces separation. When water becomes steam, that's called a phase transition. There's turbulence and there's chaos. So every great change is preceded by chaos. And I'm hoping this is what is happening, that we are in the midst of a phase transition. And there's fear, there's reluctance, there's fear of the unknown, which is the only place to go to. The unknown is the only place where there is creativity, but people are so fixated on not losing the known identities that they have. So we need to expand the collective conversation. And I think if educators, entertainers, and the technicians of the world and the artists of the world came together, and the scientific solutions, that's what we need. But we cannot do that unless we have this conversation that we're having right now, and unless we expand on this conversation and keep it alive all the time. Impossible is just a word for something that hasn't happened yet.